Test, test, test. All right. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Lemieux Sports Center here in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. Home to your Pittsburgh Penguins elite. And the 2011 Team Nelson off to a quick start in Game 1 against the same Valley Forge team. An 8-0 Penguins elite win. The Squish Tender getting the SO. And talk about spreading the scoring around. We had Bowen, Kumnick with a pair, Baru, Schweitzer with a pair, or Schweitzer with one, Bloom, Vickers, all finding the net in Game 1. Assist, Dixon, Foster, Goldberg, Bloom, Vickers, Goldberg, Kumnick, Schweitzer. I mean, just spreading the scoring around, getting contributions from everybody. And here early in this one, it's Luarchuk in with a hefty shot, stopped and covered by the Valley Forge goaltender. The starting five for your Pens elite: Goldberg at center. He's flanked by Vickers and Luarchuk. On defense, Kumnick and Zachi. And in net again, the Squish Tender. Shot from the outside by Kumnick, fought off by the Valley Forge goaltender down low. Rebound gathered in by Luarchuk. His centering pass is picked off, and then a trip occurs, and it looks like the Pens are going to start this one early on the PK. One penalty in Game 1, and we're going to start this one 36 seconds in with the Penguins headed to the penalty kill. I'm also going to give you, at some point in time later on, I'll go through the actual lineup and give you what the numbers will be during the regular season for these kids. As you'll see with the practice jerseys, tryout jerseys on, some of the kids are wearing triple digits. Every kid's got a number on their back, so we're doing the best we can to identify the kids as they play. It's getting a little bit easier. That's wrapped around by, I believe, Dixon. Although it looks like Foligno. Did Foligno maybe change jersey numbers here? Because we didn't have a 616 last time. Pretty sure that's Foligno. Dumping it in, I believe there was Foster. In after it's Bloom, as the Pens are short-handed. As Valley Forge comes out the left-hand side, plays it between the legs, back checking nicely on the play, Schweitzer. He's able to work it to the outside to Bloom, and Bloom's able to exit the zone. He cuts back into the middle. He's hounded from behind, and Valley Forge able to force the turnover. Bloom will try to disrupt the break-in attempt, and he's successful at doing so, kicking it off to the stick of, is that Lore? Is that a different number again? I think maybe these kids change numbers, which is going to make this extra exciting for me. Just as I was getting him down pat. I think that is Lore. I don't see a 621 anywhere. Oh, yeah, that's Lore. All right, I was right. Perfect. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Valley Forge on the power play with the puck in the Penguins' end. About 37 seconds left on that power play. Puck is sent up by Dixon. Looking for Bowen. It gets there. Bowen loses it on the half wall, though. Can they pop it out of the zone? Once, twice. Third time's a charm as the Pens clear it out the center. Gathered by the Valley Forge defense. They look to break in the right side. Pressure coming from Dixon as that puck is popped up into the Penguin bench. And the face-off, I believe, should come just outside of the Penguin blue line here. Your Valley Forge team is in gold today. A bit of a mismatch the rest of the way down. Some of the kids have the Valley Forge, the pants with the gold stars down the side. Just like your Pens elite team, their uniforms obviously not in tryout season just not that long ago. So as we play some spring hockey, it's practice uniforms for everyone. Pens Baru with the puck at center. Penalty over. It's Dixon getting it. He finds Luarchuk. Luarchuk up the left. Cuts back to the middle. He's got a 3-on-2 developing. He shoots one high, short side. It skips up over the net. Gathered in by Baru. He'll find Kumnik at the point. His shot from the point skips in behind the net. Right back in after it, Luarchuk. He sends a centering pass. That's off the skate of a Valley Forge defender into the corner. Luarchuk will go in and battle there. 2 players down as Valley Forge will wrap it around and try the right side for a breakout. Zachi retreats. He's got Kumnik back with him as Baru comes back on a back check, and he's able to lift the stick and pop it and go the other way. He chips it off the glass as Zachi joins the rush from the defensive side. It's kicked back out to center for Goldberg. Goldberg turns with it. He's cut off, and the puck comes free to Schweitzer. On his backhand, out to center. Goldberg will gain the offensive zone. He's got Schweitzer's center drive. Goldberg shot from outside, skips in on net, and it's caught and held for the whistle, and a face off to the left of the Valley Forge net. 11:10 to play, 0-0 here in period number 1. It'll be Bloom on the draw. Won by Valley Forge. Pressured by Schweitzer. They carry it in behind, and Valley Forge is able to break it out the right side. Zachi keeps it in, and a battle will go down on the wall where Schweitzer, supporting Bloom, able to come out with it and find Lohr. He goes around one, loses possession. Schweitzer tries to come behind on his backhand. He's cut off, and Valley Forge gets it back to the point man where Foligno keeps it in. Stopping behind the net, Valley Forge. Schweitzer falls, but the puck pressure of Lohr kicks it free to Bloom. Knocked off his stick, a battle on the wall. Kept in by Foligno. His shot in towards the net. Skips all the way through as the goaltender puts it nicely into the corner. Kicked forward by Zachi. Just past the stick of Schweitzer. Lohr follows on with pressure. A nice breakout pass there by Valley Forge. Skips off of a stick, and it'll be Foligno in his own end. He's goes D to D to his partner, Zachi. Zachi banks it up off the boards looking for Bloom. Bloom hammered from behind, no call, as it's carried in the zone by Zachi. Zachi spins it back to the middle. He'll find Lohr, knocked off his stick, but right to Bloom. Bloom tries to get it back to Lohr again. It pops the whole way free. Luarchuk sends it for Zachi. He'll battle in front. He's knocked down, and back come Valley Forge. Foligno defending, Luarchuk on the back check. He's able to knock the player to the ice and take the puck away. It's Foligno behind his own net, finds the safety of the cage and starts a breakout for Zachi. Zachi up through center, looking for Bloom. It's off of a stick, so no icing as it's dumped in. Pressuring there, Luarchuk. Valley Forge takes it around to the right. Vickers gets in on the puck, though, is able to break up the breakout. Kept in at the blue line. That's Foster. Foster in support with Baru. It pops out to Valley Forge. They will ice the puck, and we'll head back to the Valley Forge zone for an offensive zone draw. So let's get to that roster, folks. Your Pens Elite roster for this year. We'll go in alphabetical order by first name because that's the way it's listed here. Number 34, defenseman Austin Kumnik. Number 36 will be Brady Dixon. Number 1, the squish tenor Connor Evans. Number 88, Danny Foster. Number 5, Dino Foligno. Number 2, Enzo Vickers. Number 26, Finn Bowen. And as they snipe one, let's get you a replay of that. Hold on, gotta unhide it. There we go. So the Penguins strike first. Off the draw. Luarchuk's back in after it again. Off the draw, shot from the point, deflects in, rebound tucked in by the Pens. I'm not sure who got that one. Not sure who scored it. Well, I'll try to pull the replay and take a look later. but battling underneath the player in front of the Valley Forge cage. A backhand shot by Lewarchuk sent in. Stopped and covered. We'll get a whistle. Let's get the scoreboard updated. And back to the roster. We were at 26, Finn Bowen. 43, George Lewarchuk. 14, Grayson Baru. 22, Landon Bloom. 83, Luka Zacchi. 97, Nathan Goldberg. 61, Ryan Lohr. 23, Ryan Schweitzer. And 48, goaltender Sammy Bruchet. Another shot covered by Valley Forge. Bloom to take the draw. Face off one towards the net. Kicked on the backhand by Lohr to the side. Sent back and around. Lohr gets there again. He'll be supported by Bloom. Puck kicks in behind where Bowen goes in after it. Bowen stops and starts in the corner, tries for Bloom. That's picked off by Valley Forge, and we'll do battle again on the wall. Valley Forge comes away with it, but it rolls off the stick right to that. Lohr, he tries to go between the legs, and that's taken from him and kicked right back out the center. And Valley Forge will counterattack here. A nice back check by defenseman Kumnik. As Zacchi gets the puck, it's taken from him. They go into a corner. A bit of a rub out there as the Pens are able to get possession, and it'll be Bloomer up through center. Landon Bloom, the great Landini, splits the defense and feeds it off to the side. He tried to get the shot through. It kicks out to the side. Centering pass, sent in front. That's fought off. Another try. Spinning with the puck, sending it in, and it finds the back of the cage. Enzo Vickers is able to connect on that one and give your Penguins a 2-0 lead, getting to the rebound in front. And he tickles the twine with a wrist shot up over the blocker's side for a 2-0 Pens lead. Vickers back in. That's centering. I'm sorry, that was Lewarchuk back in. He centers it to Vickers. And a snapshot. Sniper Rooney for the third goal of the game. That'll be Vickers from Lewarchuk. And it's 3-0 Pens. Puck pops free, it'll be Lewarchuk. We got Vickers on the off wing, a little bit offside, just a step in front of the play there. Stay tuned at the first intermission for a bit of a treat. We have a 3-goal highlight reel from game one, the ones we were able to capture replays of. We'll bring you those replays at the first intermission, so stay tuned for that. It may be your favorite Pens Elite player on a replay. Pens drive it into the offensive zone. Goldberg kicks it wide of the net. Welcome all of our subscribers. Look, we got a new subscriber on there. I love it. Remember to subscribe to the channel below as Valley Forge ices the puck. Again, Valley Forge in gold. Your Penguins in their black jerseys. Black practice unis with the Pens Elite circle logo on the chest. As we'll see Schweitzer on the draw. Pops it forward. It's gathered by Bowen. Bowen back to Foster at the point. He shoots one. It skips wide of the cage. Gathered in the corner by Lohr. Lohr tries to center it to Bowen. Schweitzer will get there. It skips past the stick of Bowen, and out towards center come the Minutemen. The Minutemen drive the left side. Defended nicely there by Foligno. Battle occurs. It'll be Foligno coming away with it again. He's got some speed. He gets it up to center. It's knocked off his stick, but right to his partner, Foster. Foster drives the outside, stops, pulls up, sends it back towards the middle. That shot kicks off the goaltender. Foster will try a second time. That's stopped and held, cleared by Valley Forge, and we'll get a whistle. Stopped and pinned to the side of the net by the Valley Forge goalie. 5:39 to play, period 1. It's 3-0 Pens lead. Pair of goals back-to-back by Vickers. We've done a better job of getting the replays. So if I can, we'll splice some of these together at the end of the weekend, and we'll post a video for you guys on YouTube to grab the highlights from the weekend. Another stuff attempt by the Pens. And the Valley Forge goalie equal to the task there. Face off to the right of the Valley Forge goalie. Won by Goldberg, sent back to the point man, Dixon. Dixon finds Kumnick. Kumnick drives it into the middle, sends one towards the net. That's rejected by a defenseman for Valley Forge. But the Pens Luarchuk able to bust it free to the corner. Wrapping around Goldberg, sent just wide as Baru tries to get one through. Face off back in the Valley Forge end. Kicked back to Dixon. Dixon will send that shot towards the net. It skips off of a defenseman's stick in front where it's defended nicely. Baru into the corner after it. Valley Forge will come away with it, but Luarchuk there to break up the play. He sends one in front of the net off a defenseman. A nice block shot. Gathered in and brought around by Baru. He sends it back in front looking for Goldberg. Skips off of his stick, and back come the Minutemen. Cutting off the play, Luarchuk again on the back check. He's all over the ice today. Breaking up plays, making plays. Baru knocked down at center. Battle occurs. It'll be Baru and Goldberg supporting each other, and it's ultimately popped into the Valley Forge zone by Goldberg. Kumnick gives chase from the defense position. He's able to cut the puck off and keep it in. Trying for the left corner, cut off by a Valley Forge forward. But the Pens keep it in the zone. That's Bloom to Bowen. Bowen sends a shot off the paddle of the goaltender, and it's cleared out by Valley Forge. Racing up ice come the Minutemen. Cut off by Foligno. Getting to it now, Schweitzer. Kicking at it, Bowen. And ultimately, Bloom gets it to center for Bowen. Bowen in on sides. He's got Zachi, the defenseman, leading the rush as well. Bloom covering for Zachi on the backside, but Valley Forge able to come out and work it into the Pens end, where a back-checking Bowen able to get to the puck. He's angled off nicely along the wall. Kicks free again. Bowen will pick it up another time. This time he hits Bloom on his backhand. Drives to the outside. He's hauled down. No call, picked up by Schweitzer. Schweitzer in the corner. He falls to the ice, taking a Valley Forge forward with him. And back come the Minutemen. Up through center. Foligno able to break up the advance. And they'll try again. Back checking through the puck, Schweitzer. He's fought off by the arm of the Valley Forge player who tries to send a shot through. That's blocked by Foligno. And it'll be Zachi skating the puck out of danger. Zachi up the left. Pops it into the offensive zone. And gives chase. Wrapping it around Valley Forge. It'll be Vickers sending it in. Waving at it was Zachi. He's got to retreat to the point here. As peeling off the wall was Baru. He sends one off the glove. Another centering pass. This one picked up and held by Goldberg. Sent back to the point man Foster, who sends one in on net. And that is stopped and held with the glove. for a stop and play at 2:08 to play in period 1. Face-off won by Valley Forge as they play it in behind their own net. Pressure coming from Goldberg and Baru. Baru dislodges the puck. It'll be Vickers chasing after it. He breaks the play up. It's now Goldberg. Cuts back to the middle. Baru fights for position in front. Goldberg carries it around behind. Dixon stepped up, but he's able to retreat and get to the puck in time to keep it in and send it back to the corner. It'll be Baru giving chase. Goaltender out to play the puck. Played into the corner for Goldberg. Goldberg able to kick it back for Vickers. He spins it back around to the point man looking for Dixon. He's able to pop it right back in the corner, and they play catch for a second. Ultimately, Goldberg peels off the wall and fires a wrist shot just over the cage. Foster will keep it in, though, on the half wall. He'll do battle there, and again, the puck support by Baru able to get behind the defenseman Foster, which allows him to make that aggressive play to keep the puck in. That's good puck support from the Penguins forwards. Vickers attacks. He's able to come away with the puck. Winds around, skates back in front. I don't know if he was trying to shoot or pass, but it's knocked off of his stick, and Valley Forge will send it all the way down into Penn's end. It's far enough, and it will be an icing. Puck battled for in front. Kicked back around, and Valley Forge unable to clear. Kept by Kumnik. He peels off, skips in front, unable to get the shot through. He'll center one instead. It comes off of the skate and underneath the goaltender. Bloom in front, taking a little bit of a suggestion from the Valley Forge players to please vacate the crease. .6 to play. Bloom on the draw. Kicks it over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer drives the middle. It's knocked off of his stick. It'll be gathered by Kumnik at the blue line. He's able to swoop in, get the angle, and play it back to the corner for Schweitzer. Now Bloom, now Schweitzer. Schweitzer back to the point man. Zachi gets the puck knocked off his stick. Will have a breakaway, but not enough time. And the horn sounds to end period number 1. Good is Baru. Kumnik in, and the puck skips into the net. Austin Kumnik on the breakaway. Pick it up. Sending one in on net. Rebound there. Power play coming. Here's it. Kicks in front. Player knocked down. Puck still loose on the backhand. And he'll tuck it in. Bloomer. All right, everybody, welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed the intermission highlights from the first game here at the Lemieux Sports Center as we're underway in game number 2. Pens are able to gain the Valley Forge zone. We'll switch sides here. Pens will go right to left on your television screen here on Cinnamon Swirl TV. Comes the whole way back out the center. Foster plays it to Foligno. Foligno gets it into the zone, but it's kicked right back out by Valley Forge. And Foligno will play catch with the Minutemen. Valley Forge will get it right back into the zone. Pressure coming from Vickers forces a dump in, and it'll be Foster back to get it. He comes around behind, plays it over for Luarchuk. He finds Foster. He'll lead the rush in a 3-on-2. Then's activating their defense. Tries to feather one between, looking for a great feed. That pass blocked by a shin pad. But Foster will be back on the puck, this time on the left half wall. He's able to play it down looking for Vickers. Vickers in after it, battling behind the net. Both players end up on the ice. Vickers will keep working with it. It's ultimately Valley Forge coming away with it with some extra support. Luarchuk gets there to keep it in. Pops back in front where Valley Forge is able to get the heat out of a hot kitchen out the center. It'll be Foster to Foligno. Foligno throws it on his backhand to Bowen. He'll gain the zone right side. He looks to center it towards Bloom. He's knocked down on the play, and back come the Minutemen. They're able to kick it back out the center where Dixon gets control, and he'll find Kumnik. Kumnik with a little bit of speed tries to cut between 2 or 3 players. It's knocked off of his stick. Covering up nicely for him is Lore. The puck ultimately ends up on a Valley Forge stick. It's cleared all the way down, but not far enough for icing. A nice 9-iron there off the boards. Kicked up nicely on the green and avoids the ice. Valley Forge carries it back into their own end. Pressure from Bloom as a player falls down. Penguin pressure here. Puck comes free. It'll be Dixon in behind the net. He wraps it around Lore. Lore plays it, looking for a dump in, but it's brought right back by Valley Forge. And there's Bloom, who is covering the point, able to pressure the puck as Valley Forge dumps it in behind the Pens net. Skating through it is Kumnik. He's able to dislodge the puck and work it all the way back to center where it's a 4-on-1. Comes around. He's got to move that puck right there as it kicks all the way in on goal. I think the pressure from the defenseman, he was never able to get full possession of the puck. I think he was looking to move it to the wing. As the Pens force it back into the Valley Forge zone. Coming off the bench, Vickers dislodges the puck right to Bowen. He's defended nicely, but Goldberg skates on to take it right back from Valley Forge. Wraps around behind, sends it all the way across on a wraparound attempt. Vickers unable to get the rebound to come through, but Goldberg's back on the puck again. He'll dump it in for Vickers. Vickers sends it to the other corner for Luarchuk. Played around by Valley Forge, cut off by Goldberg. Nice predictive play there. He's around 1, now 2, fires a shot. That's up high and it's in the net. That is all in the net. No, maybe not. They're going to say no. I thought that bounced down and got in, but it apparently stayed out. We're too far away to really get a good video replay, but I thought that shot hit up high and the entire goalie was in the cage. So if it was under him, it was in. If it wasn't under him, I'm wondering why they blew the whistle. So if you lost sight of the puck, that meant the puck was under the goalie, but the goalie was the whole way in the net. Shot from Goldberg. Blisters the glass in behind. Vickers cuts off a breakout attempt. He's pressured by Valley Forge, which kept at the point by Foligno. He sends one in just wide of the cage. It'll be Luarchuk in after it. Luarchuk will battle. Rimmed around to the stick of Zachi at the point. Zachi's got Foligno on the other side, but he'll opt to dump it into the corner for Vickers. And Valley Forge sends it back out just past the stick of Zachi, where it's picked up by Luarchuk, and he'll come in and wrap it all the way back to Foligno. who sends a backhander right to the stick of Luarchuk, who sends it in on net. And equal to the task is the glove of the Valley Forge goaltender to say no and keep it a 3-0 game here in period number 2. 10:34 to play. It'll be Schweitzer on the draw, winning it to Foster. Foster drives right in. He'll shoot, and another beautiful save by the Valley Forge goalie. Foster back with the puck. He centers one. That's cut off by Valley Forge, and out they come. Banking it off the boards and skating into it. Centering pass cut off by a back-checking Schweitzer on the play. As he wraps it around off the stick of Bowen. Pressure there from Foster. In behind now for Dixon. Dixon tries to run a breakout. It'll get to the stick of Schweitzer on his backhand, one-handed, able to carry it out to center and take off into the offensive zone around to the right. Skips by one, centers one, cut off by Valley Forge. Bowen will be there to pressure, though. Back to Dixon at the point. He'll rim it around, and it's going to be Schweitzer there first. He falls down, loses possession. It's played back to the point for Foster, and he'll play it back into the zone, but it's an offside play. And that'll bring a whistle and a face-off outside of the Valley Forge blue line. Face-off won by Goldberg to Kumnik. Kumnik able to knock it up for Baru. Kumnik will try again. Battle on the wall. This time it'll be Valley Forge coming away with it. Luarchuk coming in on the back check, able to cut the play off. Kumnik follows on, but it's knocked off his stick. Some Valley Forge pressure here. Centering pass comes through and skips off of a stick. Banked off the boards and kept in by Valley Forge. Centering pass fanned on. Luarchuk will get there to pressure. Now Zachi. Zachi kicks the puck. It comes right out in front. They're able to get possession. It'll be Kumnik carrying it out of a hot kitchen into the offensive zone around to the right. Carries it on his backhand. Looks to center it. Skips just in front of the stick out of the reach of Luarchuk. And back comes Valley Forge on a breakaway as the defense didn't stay back. Breakaway for the Minutemen. Full splitsies by Squish, and he gets the rebound. And now he'll come back around and get another one. But Squish Tender says no again. Kumnik in after it. The Pens defense need to stay back when they're on the rush sometimes, especially if the other defenseman's carrying it. But this is game 2, so those are things they will be learning. Bloom in behind. Bowen there with the pressure. Kicks up for Valley Forge as they're able to exit the zone. Carrying through center, sending one off to the right. There's Foster to take it away and chip it up and out of the zone. Oh, not quite out of the zone, kept by Valley Forge. Tough to see on this short wall for me, and it's in behind the Pens net where it'll be Dino Folina. He centers one right underneath the fallen Penguin, hitting the stick of Bloomer, who's in on sides. Landon Bloom cuts to the outside, fires one high off the glove, rebound skips over the stick of Foster. Schweitzer there to pressure. Foster able to keep it in at the blue line. He turns this time, cuts into the middle, sends one cross ice for Bloom, and a beauty of a save on the other side by the Valley Forge goaltender. Bloom with the puck, looks for Foster. It's off his stick to Foligno. His shot down low, deflects. Finn Bowen with a shot. That's blocked out front. And the puck cleared all the way down by Valley Forge. That'll be an icing with 7:01 to play in the second. Some goaltending, some spectacular goaltending here in the last 2 or 3 minutes at both ends. Pens will put Goldberg in at center. Draw one to Vickers. He centers one. That's cut off by Valley Forge and brought out to center. just past the stick of Foligno, and in offsides are the Minutemen. Face off outside of the Pens line now. Won by Goldberg, gathered by Vickers. He'll send it off the boards out the center, turnover there, and right to Baru. Baru in up the right side. Defended nicely. He centers one. It gets the whole way in on net. He was looking for Goldberg. He'll find him the second time. That tips up wide. I don't think it got through. Foligno will send one in just wide of the cage. Vickers will be the first one in after that. He wraps it around behind where Baru will get there. He's into a corner, knocked down on the play. Goldberg comes away with it, though. Goldberg peels up and fires one. It skips off of a stick. It's glove, but unable to get it was the Valley Forge goalie, and it'll be on the side of the net now. Valley Forge goaltender loses his stick, but is able to gather the puck, a more important thing at this point in time, and get a whistle. Offensive zone draw for Pittsburgh. On the draw, kicks into the corner. Right side, that pass is picked off by Lohr. Banks it off the boards, but it's taken right back by Valley Forge. But turned right back over to Schweitzer, who turns it on the backhand to Bloom. He tries to get a little bit better spot and gets the puck through. It rolls through again, this time to Lohr. Now Schweitzer, and the Pens will look to set it up again. Schweitzer to Lohr. Lohr drives to the middle. Puck comes free. Schweitzer's there. Fires just wide of the net. Whacked out by the Valley Forge goalie. Kept in by Schweitzer. Now Lohr. Lohr backhands one. That's stopped as well. Sent around, and it'll be kept in by Dixon. He drives inside. Centers one. It comes all the way through. Past the stick of Lohr, gathered in by Kumnik. He'll be under pressure. He's able to find Bloom, though. Bloom pops it up into the offensive zone, where Schweitzer and Bloom will pressure. It's wrapped around by Valley Forge, but kept in by the Penguins. Bloom in the corner. Behind the net, looking. He finds Dixon. Dixon will shoot one. He's got a hard wrist shot there. Fought off by the stomach, chest protector area of the goalie. Kept in again by Kumnik. He's able to fire it into the corner where Luarchuk gives chase. Pens get a full line change taken care of with Valley Forge pinned in their end. Vickers tries to center one. It's off of a head right through it. It skips just past Luarchuk and then past Baru. Kept in by Luarchuk, though. Skip turns out to the middle. Centers one, it's off a stick, doesn't get through. And Dixon able to keep it in again. His shot from outside off the glove and wide. It'll be Baru getting there. Rimmed around by Valley Forge, but kept by Kumnik. He'll send it back to the corner. Baru there again. Pens get a defensive change as Dixon comes off. Zachi comes on. Kumnik able to come off. There's a pass in front by Vickers, finds the backhand of Schweitzer, and he snipesies the fourth one of the game and a 4-0 lead for the Pens Elite. That'll be Schweitzer from Vickers. I'm not sure who dumped it in. I missed the dang replay too. It's my fault, guys. Hey, I was pretty good up until then. Face off by Bloom, brought into the zone by Lohr. Now Bloom, now Bowen. Ultimately cleared by Valley Forge. It's Foligno in behind, and wraparound attempt by Valley Forge skips through. It'll be Bowen getting there. He's able to bank it off the boards, finding an indirect pass right to Bloom. Bloom will crisscross, drive inside, wrap it all the way around, send one off the goalie, right to the stick of Bowen. And Bowen able to find the back of the cage. Bloom cuts to the middle. A great outlet pass from his own end to Bloom from Bowen. And he returns the favor as Bowen's able to tap it in short side. Face off for Goldberg. One forward to Luarchuk. Luarchuk in up the right side. He sends one in wide of the net. Gathered by Valley Forge, and they'll exit the left side of the zone. Centering one, and there's the stick of Dino Foligno in the way. Sending it back the other way to Vickers. Vickers with a backhand pass skips over the stick of Goldberg. It'll be rimmed around by Valley Forge in behind their own net. Luarchuk there to give pressure. He tips it forward. It's able to be spun around back to the point for Zachi. He's bumped off the puck. But the Pens end up with it. It's Goldberg into the zone. Cuts from left to right. Signature move there. He's able to get a shot off, but it's stick on puck, and it trickles in on net where it's covered and held. Face off by Schweitzer. Back to Foster. He finds the corner, and it'll be Schweitzer in after it. Behind the net, defended nicely, so he'll play it back to the point for Dixon. Dixon right back for Schweitzer, who spun around on the play. As Valley Forge tries to clear it, kicks over the skate of Dixon. Foster back to get it. He banks it off the boards to keep it at center. Valley Forge able to get it into the Pens end, but one of the forwards is still in the zone. And that whistle will bring us an offside play. Face off outside of the Pens end. Won by Schweitzer, right back to Foster. Foster drives the right-hand side of the zone. One of the forwards need to read it. They do. You can hear the coaches. Cover D, cover D. Bowen spins with it. Right to Dixon. Dixon shot. Blocked out front. He falls awkwardly, but able to get back up. Seems to be okay. It comes back to Foster. The Pens will try to regroup. It's Lohr. Lohr unable to keep control at the blue line. Foster sends it back for him again. Plays catch with the Valley Forge Minutemen forward. And ultimately it'll be Dixon chipping it into the Valley Forge zone where the Pens will give chase. It's Baru getting there first in the corner. He dangles one. Protects the puck with his body nicely. Banks it off the boards to create some space for Foster. Foster sends it right back to him now. In the corner. Uses his body, protects the puck well. Down go both players in a bit of a wrestling match. We'll get a whistle as it looks like Baru may be injured on the play. .43 seconds left in period number 2. Pens lead 5-0 here from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. Home of your Pens Elite. Face off by Goldberg. Knocked into the Valley Forge zone. They counterattack and back they come. Carrying up the right. Defended nicely by Kumnik. Set up there by Squish. Squish looks for Kumnik. Valley Forge able to get there. But Zachi able to reach in and take it away. Zachi drives the left side, carries it in up the outside, cuts to the middle. He'll shoot and score! Popping bottles, baby! It's Lucas Zachi with the high shot blocker side. And I believe we're going to get a point for the goaltender. As Squish shut the puck up for Kumnik. I think I missed the replay. Squish set the puck up for Kumnik. I think Zachi was the next one to touch it and carried it all the way up the left-hand side. Zachi with a twisted wrister for a 6-0 Pens lead. Late in period 2, puck into a corner. We're going to get a penalty. Not sure the call. Looks like it'll be the goal scorer, Zachi, headed to the sin bin now. So Valley Forge will go to the power play here. 7 seconds left in period 2, 7.1. And they'll probably, hopefully, start the third on a penalty kill as well here. Puck sent all the way through by Valley Forge. Out to the other side. Loire chucked the first one there. 2, 1. They'll get a horn. And that will end period number 2. Let's go back and watch those fun highlights again. What do you say, folks? We'll do a recap when we get back. It is Baru. Kumnik in, and the puck skips into the net. Austin Kumnik on the breakaway. Pick it up. Sending one in on net. Rebound there. Power play coming. Here's it. Kicks in front. Player knocked down. Puck still loose on the backhand. And he'll tuck it in. Bloomer. All right, folks, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the highlights from Game 1. Those 3 goals again. The 8-0 win. Your Pens leads 6-0 here in period number 2. Well, actually, the start of period number 3. We want to take this time to give a shout out to our coaching staff for the Pittsburgh Penguins here. The players gathered around them at the second intermission for a little bit of advice, probably on how to kill this penalty off. But you have head coach Trevor Nelson, assistant coaches Rob Ferrari, Brian Bloom, and Alex Kumnik. Bloom to take the draw at center. It pops free, and it'll be Foligno up the right. Foligno's shot from outside skips all the way through. Bowen gives chase. He's able to keep it in the zone shorthanded. Foligno pressures the puck, and it'll be Valley Forge getting possession. They'll retreat behind their net and try to run a breakout. Pressure coming from Dixon. Puck cut off by Bloom. He's able to bank it off the boards. Cut to the middle. He dangles one. He's in shorthanded. And else the goal! Shaking, banking, magic, making Landon Bloom. With the puck staffed, a shorthanded goal, pulling it around the goaltender and making it 7-0. And I missed the replay, so we'll have to find that one on the rewind it on your own. Puck comes free. Played by the Valley Forge goalies. He rims it around to start the breakout. Nice play there. It's Schweitzer cutting it off at center. Penn still shorthanded for 55 more seconds. Schweitzer will get control, and he's able to backhand it all the way in. He's got it behind the net. Valley Forge will set it up there. Pressure coming. I believe that was Lohr. It comes all the way around for Foster. Lohr able to clear the zone. Foster able to dump it in. Schweitzer will give chase now. Schweitzer into the corner. Forces it in behind, but Valley Forge will run the breakout to the right. Right wing side, they're able to coast up and get it out through center. Cut off at center by Schweitzer. He dangles and tries to kick it towards Lohr, but it's regrouped and sent in behind Squish by Valley Forge. Squish needs to play that there with his stick to keep it away from his net. Power play almost over. It ends now as Zachi joins the play. Skates all the way across and looks for the change. He'll get one. Onto the ice is Goldberg as Valley Forge comes back into the offensive zone. Baru to the puck. He sends it off the boards looking for Lure. Lure out the center looking for Goldberg, fresh off the bench. It'll come through to Foster. He skips free, he's in all alone. He'll carry it to the outside, and he'll tuck it in behind. Danny Foster with the silky mitts on that one. Able to pull it around and tuck it in. Face off, won by Valley Forge. An even strength goal there. Into their own end comes Kumnik. 12:35 to play in the third. Penn's able to clear, and they're able to bank it into the offensive zone. Onside, but cleared back by Valley Forge. They come back 3-on-2. Back checking Vickers to make it 3-on-3. He's able to break it up and get it to Goldberg. Goldberg has Baru, but I think there was a defender in the way, so he'll carry instead. Carries to the outside on his backhand. He tries to center one. That's cut off, and back come the Minutemen. Cutting from right to left. Able to gain the zone, but Vickers is there. He'll play it around looking for Dixon. The defenseman goes indirect off the boards as Baru pressures the puck. It skips free and comes the whole way to the Pens line before they're able to send it back to the Valley Forge line. Battle at the blue line. Peeling off of it, Baru. He'll come to the middle. He'll shoot one. It comes off of his skate. It'll be gathered in by Vickers. He'll center one looking for Baru, but it skips past his stick. Dixon will get there. Collision. And sent back up by Valley Forge. Able to use body position wonderfully there was Austin Kumnik, keeping his body between the onrushing Minuteman to gain possession of the puck. He goes indirect off the boards out of the zone, and Valley Forge puts it back in offsides. And I think maybe the music person's going to get fired at the end of this game. Little Sinatra for third period action. That'll get your juices flowing. Bowen into the offensive zone right side. Centering one all the way across looking for Bloom. Skips past him, but he'll get to it, and he'll weave. He dangles around one, darts free, finds Foligno. Foligno leans into one and gets it in on net. That's stopped, but Schweitzer will get to the rebound. He tries to center it for Bowen, defended off nicely, and out comes Valley Forge. They're able to get it out the center. Foligno sends it back into the offensive zone. It'll be on sides as they clear. Bloom in after it. Bowen will get there and support. Good puck support from the Pens. Zachi able to keep it in the offensive zone, but we're going to have a penalty. It'll be on Bowen. We have 2 minutes for tripping on the Pens. Bowen. And the Pens will be back short-handed. Luarchuk and Vickers up front. Zachi and Foligno on the backside. And a shot in from Luarchuk. There's Zachi for his second one. Shot in by Luarchuk. Rebound sat there. Zachi able to get to it. I think Vickers had a shot too. And a shorthanded goal for the Pens. It'll be Vickers on the draw. Wins it back to Zachi. He sends it right back to Vickers. It's off of his stick to Valley Forge, but they're in offsides. Luarchuk had it. I was blazing out, but it's an offside play. Goldberg on the draw. Wins it back to Foligno. It pops free for Valley Forge, and we'll get another penalty here. This will be a trip on Dixon. And it'll be a 5-on-3 Valley Forge advantage for a minute 27. Pens are going to have to be smart here. So we get 2 minutes for hooking. Goldberg to take the draw. Brings it back. Foster will get there. It's popped up, and it'll be Baru out of the zone. 1 on 2 or 3. A shot comes in, fought off by Valley Forge. Rebound sent in as well. Pens need to get, but you got to come back, Nate. You got to hustle back. When it's 3, you're not trying to score. I mean, it's nice if you do, but Goldberg in after it. Hustle back now. Hustle back. Come on. Baru off. You get Lore on with Foster. Valley Forge comes in. Left side. Stopping. Pulling up. Trying to go backside. It skips past the player there. Bloom will get there. Bloom carries around to the right. Short-handed. 5-on-3 here. So the Pens need to... The player's not with the puck. Got to stay behind the puck here. Be in a defensive position. We have a whistle. We're going to get a penalty. On Valley Forge this time, so it'll one of the power plays. And we'll get a rough on 33 for Valley Forge. Faceoff will come outside of the Pens line, so it'll be 3-on-4. 4-on-3, depending on how you look at it. 24 seconds of that. Gathered in by Valley Forge, pressured by Lore, but they're able to keep it in. It'll be Kumnik getting there. He gets it to Lore. Lore banks it off the boards. Kumnik gives chase. Unable to clear the zone, but Lore will. He's knocked down at the blue line, and Valley Forge will try to set it back up. 3, 2, and 1. It looks like we'll get to 4-on-4 hockey here. There will be about a minute power play for the Pens in 28 seconds. About 59-second power play, I think. 4-on-4 hockey as Bloom gets control. He comes back into the middle. Drives into the corner. It'll be Schweitzer and Bloom in the 4-on-4 up front. Zachi and Kumnik on the back. It's Schweitzer getting to it, playing it to Zachi. Zachi sets one up, goes off the boards and gets it deep. Last penalty over on Dixon, so the Pens are going to be on a power play here. 5-on-4 power play with 7:30 or 7:40 to play in the third period. You wouldn't know it's a third period because I haven't updated it. There we go. Valley Forge able to clear. Lowarchuk on the back check, and the Pens are going to take another penalty and negate the power play. I believe it'll be Vickers for a trip, looking for a puck, getting a skate. So we'll go back to 4-on-4 for 28 seconds. Goldberg on the draw. It comes free to Dixon, I believe, and I think that might be Foligno. He sends it up, but no further than the Valley Forge point. They go D to D. Baru set the pressure. Shot comes in. It's gloved by Squish. He'll hold on for a faceoff. Face-off for Goldberg over to Baru. He's got Goldberg with him, but he carries out to the right. 4-on-4 hockey here. He'll shoot one high, short side. That skips up over the glass, and it's cleared by Valley Forge and all the way out. As we thought maybe Foster kept it at the blue line. He did not. And we're going to face off outside of the Valley Forge zone, and they'll have a minute and 31 second of Valley Forge power play here. Penn's back on a PK. Bloom and Bowen. Foligno and Foster. Foster with a beautiful poke check. Bloom picks up the puck and he fires into the offensive zone, cuts by everybody. He's hauled down on the play, and we'll have another penalty. It might be. I doubt it'll be a penalty shot. Squish gets off. Pens control the puck. They add the extra attacker. Ultimately popped into the corner. We'll get a whistle there. And we'll get a 2-minute penalty here. So we'll have another 1 minute and 1 second of 4-on-4 hockey before a 59-second Penguin power play with 6 to play in the third. Foster with the shot from the outside. That skips off the glove into the corner. In after it was Schweitzer. He turns it back the other way. Valley Forge will reverse and look to come out the right. Now they'll cut all the way back to the left. Lohr there. Now Schweitzer's. They cut all the way back to the right this time. Valley Forge still with the puck. Knocked off of his stick. And ultimately dumped in up off of the Penguins bench. And we'll get a face-off. I believe it's center ice. 5:44 to play. We have 25 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey before Penguin power play. Goldberg and Lewarchuk. Dixon and Kumnik. Lewarchuk sends it into the offensive zone. Goldberg will give chase. He'll pressure the puck. His puck pressure ties it up and he forces a turnover. He'll throw one through the crease. It skips by everybody and Kumnik will be there to get it. He'll maintain possession driving the right side of the zone. Pens need to cover the D there. They don't. And back comes Valley Forge. Vickers out of the box as the Pens are able to keep it in the zone. Dixon sends one towards the net. Vickers follows on. The Pens are on the power play now. Goldberg gets to it and he's able to pot it in behind, waving at the puck. Able to find the 5-hole this time. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Yes. See the drive there. We'll have the replay up there for you. Face off at center. Gathered by Lewarchuk and sent into, Vickers, sent into the Valley Forge zone. Pressure from Lewarchuk, and he'll end up with the puck. He comes off the wall. He'll shoot high short side. That's off the pipe. A little post action. Goldberg with the puck, centering one. It comes off of a stick, gathered by Lewarchuk. He takes it to the corner. Centers it, Goldberg there. He tries to get the shot off. Nice defensive play, but taken right back by Lewarchuk. 5-on-5 hockey as Lewarchuk sends it high up and over the cage off of his stick. Nice stick on puck there from the Valley Forge defense. It'll be Goldberg possessing. He'll laser one. Kept out, looking like Bernie Perrant with that save. Coming off the corner, Lewarchuk, he's tripped up on the play, able to work it to Kumnik, who sends a backhander. Nice save there. Valley Forge will get the puck and bank it off the boards in behind. Dixon will keep it in and send it back around, looking for Vickers. Valley Forge, the first one's there. Vickers pressures as Valley Forge tries to break the puck out. Penn's changing behind the play, actually in front of the play. Valley Forge able to get the puck over to the outside, where Dixon sends it back to their blue line. And the Pens complete that line change as Austin Kumnik's after the puck. He goes indirect off the boards into the offensive zone for Bloom. Bloom able to get control, sending it into the middle. There's the backhander by Baru. Trickles just wide. Puck still loose. Wrapping it around, sending it back in front. Another stop, and that one will get in behind. I believe Landon Bloom will get it from Baru. Might have been Kumnik in front. That Bloomer with the goal on that one. Face off for Schweitzer. Gathered in by Foligno. He banks it off the boards for Schweitzer. Schweitzer continues to pressure. It comes free to Bloom. Bloom cuts to the middle. Goes off the boards. Zacchi will clear it back out to center. Bloom's there. Bloom kicks it forward to Schweitzer. He's in on sides. He looks backside looking for Baru. Comes off of his stick into the corner. He'll wrap it around. Bloom there. He goes to the point. Zacchi. Zacchi looks in front, fires one. It pops free to Schweitzer. Cleared nicely by a poke check by the goaltender. Puck sits free in front, though. Zacchi tried to get in and poke another one by, but it'll ultimately be Foligno. Foligno centers one looking for Schweitzer. Schweitzer back for Bloom at the point. Bloom covering the defense nicely. Valley Forge able to force it back to center. Bloom able to regain it and send it to Schweitzer, who's in the zone. His shot down low off the goaltender, kicked into the corner. After it, Baru to Zacchi. Zacchi's shot. Baru reaches for the deflection, gets to the rebound, sends it off the glove and behind. Centering pass cut off by Schweitzer. Battle at the blue line with Foligno, and it's dumped in by Valley Forge. No icing as Zacchi in to get it. His pressure turns it back the other way for Foligno. Foligno able to go off the stick of Goldberg. But Valley Forge gets control. There's the pressure of Luarchuk sending it back out of the zone, and Valley Forge will put it back into the zone, but they'll be off sides. Into the offensive zone goes Luarchuk on the backhand, back to the forehand, and the puck is in the back of the net. That'll be George Luarchuk on the goal. Goldberg to take the draw. Laurel drive into the offensive zone. Bumped off the puck. Shot comes from Goldberg. That's stopped and held. 1:12 to play. It'll be Bloom on the draw. Tied up by Valley Forge. Bloom gets possession, moves to the right. Bodied in behind the net, but Bowen follows on. He'll protect the puck, center it back for Bloom. He pulls it back in front. There's Vickers on his backhand off the goaltender and wide. Foster gets there. Penguins with it in the corner. Bloom will possess. They lead 12-0. They don't need more. They just need to run the last bit of time off here. Foster pulls up, and they'll take one more if they see it. There's a high shot to the opposite side by Foster. That kicks out, but not all the way out as Vickers gets control, and he'll weave through two players. Carrying it to the right side of the zone. He'll dump it into the right corner. Kicked back out front for Foster. Bowen will spin a shot off a skate. Puck trickles around, less than 10 to play. Backhand shot from Bloom, caught and held nicely. 6.7 seconds left. guess the puck went in the net. I have no idea what happened there. They're going to say 13. Shot from Foster up high. That'll end the game. That'll end the first two here between Valley Forge and the Pens Elite. We'll see you back tomorrow morning, I think around 11 something, 11:30 maybe. Join us then. We'll be able to bring you the next game between these two hockey teams. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe below if you haven't already.